In the metals quadrant, taking a look at the May copper futures contract, which had an intraday pullback. Copper started the day up over 1.5%, actually 4.86. That was up 1.64%, then pulled back to near unchanged and ended the day falling below unchanged, almost 1.9% from the highs, falling during the day that much, finishing the day down about 0.25% versus yesterday's settlement. And that was very near to the low of 4.7695, which actually was down exactly 0.25%. So we got near the lows and finished near the lows, which was negative versus yesterday's close, and an entire drop of almost 1.9%. Now, Fed speakers today were part of the reason that a lot of the commodities lost the steam that they had earlier this morning. Lael Brainerd, who's a Fed governor, and Esther George both were very hawkish. Esther George, the Cleveland Fed president, more hawkish than most people would have expected, saying that the Fed needs to go past neutral, potentially go past neutral in terms of accommodation in order to get inflation under control. Lael Brainerd was basically just talking about the likelihood of 50 basis point rate hikes and how real of a probability that was. Esther George was the one who really went to the hawkish side of things, although also Brainerd was hawkish as well. And then we look at correlation, where we have inflation and industrial metals both highly correlated with a lag. So what does that mean? Well, if industrial metals start to drop, inflation likely drops shortly afterwards. If inflation is rising, it's usually because industrial metals rose before that. So if you start to see some pressure on copper specifically and industrial metals in general, it could be because markets believe that the Fed is very, very hawkish. They're going to be very aggressive, and their actions will actually work to slow the economy, slow the purchase of commodities, and bring inflation down. So that's what we're seeing in copper through most of the day today.